Hi everyone, I'm Lorenzo, and in this video I'm going to talk about all tennis games for the Sony PSP. The first one, Smash Court Tennis, is a great game. Smash Court is the rival of the more popular Virtua Tennis. The antagonism between the two is similar to what we have between FIFA and Pro Evolution Soccer. They are both great games, but Virtua Tennis has the upper hand. Okay, so Smash Court Tennis 3 is a tennis game. You get what tennis games usually have: a tournament mode, an exhibition mode, a practice mode. Oh, and nice additions are the courts that look arcadish, just like the Pac-Man themed court you see in the video now. You can create a character and play against both fictional and real players like Sharapova and Federer. The AI, even if it isn't stupid, it cheats, meaning that many times the opponent doesn't even touch the ball with his or her racket, but the ball still bounces off to your court. In practice mode, you get some practice minigames, and visually the game looks very good. The controls feel natural, you get 16 real-life tennis stars in the game. It's a good game overall. Virtua Tennis does what other tennis games do, but it does it better for a reason. It feels more arcadish but more natural at the same time. The practice minigames are way more interesting. You have to do stuff like aim at bowling pins, lobbing tennis balls into cans, hit targets on the court. You can play double matches, you get tennis stars again to play against. Basically, Virtua Tennis is the better tennis game in the gameplay department. Since it has a lot of arcade history, it gets the arcade part very well done. And it still remains interesting. It's somewhat of a combination between simulation and arcadeism. And it does it fabulously. Virtua Tennis 3 is a port of the big version, the Xbox 361, and a great port too. It's almost the same game, but downscaled. Very downscaled. Okay, so gameplay wise, this game is the same as the previous one, the 2005 World Tour, but there are differences too. For example, the World Tour mode in Virtua Tennis 3 is more limited, and the market option is gone. But on the other hand, it has new interesting minigames. Another downside is that now you get less players. Virtua Tennis World Tour had, beside the superstars, the tennis stars, generic players too. But here you have only the superstars, meaning that you have 13 men and 7 women as players, and your player which you create yourself. But aside of your created player and these superstars, you don't get the generic players anymore, and you kinda feel it. You kind of feel that it lacks something. It's still a good number, but in the other games you had more. And why go a step back? At least the AI is better in the game. That's a plus. Super Pocket Tennis is great. It was cheap when it was released. It doesn't occupy a lot of space in your PSP. I think it occupies around 70 or 80 megabytes. It's a great game too, and a funny one. I mean, you get 10 male and 10 female characters. And in order to get away not to pay for licensing, they changed the names and made the characters look kind of as the real life counterpart a little bit. Forget about Andy Roddick when you can have Andy Mobic. Or forget about Andre Agassi when you have Andre Nagasi in this game. And in rest, it gets the normal stuff you have in other tennis games, meaning that here too you get practice minigames, you can play doubles, you have tournaments, exhibitions. It's a pretty good game considering the size of the file and the price it had. I mean, sure, the controls might feel stiff sometimes, but considering the two premises, it's a good game. Hot Shots Tennis, also called in Europe Everybody's Tennis, is the most complete experience out of all the PSP tennis games. Why? because it has free roam. You roam around Love Tennis Club, and you need to recruit the best players from around the globe for the upcoming World Championship. Basically, the game isn't just a tennis game, it's an RPG too. You even get RPG-like tasks. Like for example, before you can beat the boss and get him or her on your team, you usually have to do a few tasks, like beat a guy in tennis, and he'll give you the key to his gym locker, or find a lost dog, or other stuff like that. And there are a lot of playable characters. If you beat someone in a game, you have that someone as a playable character, and you can customize that specific character with all sorts of stuff. And it has funny animations too. It's a game I recommend you play. It's very deep in content, and the gameplay is very good, just like in the other games. So try it out. Okay, so this was the video. If you liked it, please hit the like button and subscribe. And if you want, follow me on Twitch, Instagram or Discord. I'll have the links to those in the video description. Also, if you want to see another video of mine, just wait till I stop talking and there will be thumbnails of other videos I've made. Thanks for watching.